You are live. Hey guys, welcome to my channel Big Glen. My name's Glenn and I like to share with you what I learn in the world of crypto as I go through it. So recently, the last week or two, it's been really quiet for crypto. Like normally there's some big price movement, a coin, a shit coin, there's a scam or something going on. But the last week or so has been really quiet. I think the best story I've read this week is that there are actually some schools in France that will be teaching Bitcoin and cryptocurrency as part of the national curriculum or something like that. I read it and I thought, oh, that was quite interesting. It'd be good if that gets adopted worldwide. Other than that, obviously, the major news was that there was a massive pump, as you guys all know, huge pump about 2 weeks ago, because China have come out and said that they're going to invest into blockchain technology, and then there was some stories coming out. Well, maybe that's not actually right. Maybe they didn't mean that after all. So yeah, it's a bit up and down this week. Pretty flat. I'm not used to. Normally, there's always a big story, a big thing to talk about. So I don't know. Have you guys heard of any news stories from Bitcoin or the crypto space that have really caught your eye this week? Comment down below and I'll have a little read into it and I'll do a video about it. Something that I did read was that, or someone posted about, apparently the Lightning Network is now dead or is dying. It hasn't been as successful as they hoped. I don't know how true that is. I remember the adoption for it was getting quite big at some point. Apparently they've got this new, is it SegWit 32 or something like that, that might be implemented, which means the actual Bitcoin back-end processing stuff won't get so bogged down. I was reading about that. So yeah, I don't know. Obviously, back in the day, when I first got into crypto, so 2016, 2017, I can't remember when it was, any news that come out about Bitcoin, like if someone just mentioned Bitcoin, it went up a few $100s, where it went down a few $100. And now it stayed at 9,200 now for the last week or so. I did a video the other day saying I predict that there was going to be a dump, like a sell-off at some point. I don't think it'll be massive. We may go down to about 8.5, I believe. Obviously, I don't know where from there. Oh, I'll tell you what is an interesting topic is everyone had this anonymous posted on a vlog somewhere a long time ago, years ago. Bitcoin will be this price on this day and this price to this date, and because it didn't hit the October $16,000, people on Twitter are putting, "Oh, this is a scam. This is useless." You know, it just blows my mind that people are basing their financial decisions on like a post that someone posted 4 or 5 years ago, whenever it was. I can't remember how long ago it was. It's just insane. It's mental. But there you go. It seems funny now, but a lot of people were actually. There was people on Twitter putting on the 31st of October, I'm looking to sell my Bitcoin for 16,000. Does anyone want it? To try and up the price on the exchanges or something like that, just so it hit the prophecy, I suppose. But then I suppose people want it to be true because obviously it predicted a lot higher prices, so it's almost clinging on to the hope that Bitcoin will continue to go up, I suppose, which I honestly believe it will. I honestly believe that Bitcoin's going to get up to sort of $80,000 to $100,000 at some point, especially if China start lapping it up, if they start creating more on-ramps for Bitcoin and it's more widely accepted and shops start accepting it, and then the adoption of it retail-wise becomes a lot higher. And then everyone will look. Then everyone will have to pay attention, because if China are using it as a payment method, and it works, and the price is going up, everyone else in the world got to be like, hang on a minute, we've got to get in on this because China are pulling ahead, and they're using this new payment method, and Bitcoin price is going up and up and up and up and up. So we better get in, because otherwise it might be 10 times more in a couple of years' time, and it'll be too late for us. So yeah, that's it. That's interesting to me that China are adopting it, before obviously America and the Western world is, which is such a big contrast, because I remember about a year or two ago, and China were trying to ban it, they were trying to block it, and I think that was one of the big defining moments for Bitcoin, actually, when everyone moans that a lot of the mining is done in China. The Chinese government, which is a communist government, so you do what they say, otherwise you face the consequences. They couldn't stop it. People were still buying Bitcoin, they were still selling Bitcoin, they were still mining it. So if they can't stop their people from doing it, what chance of, America and Britain and Europe got, if anything, like I say, I've said this before in a video, that our sort of society, if the government tell us we can't do something, we typically, go on marches and protest and see, like, quietly, where everyone will start doing it just to put a middle finger up to the government, especially if they can't be tracked. So yeah, it's really interesting to me that even a communist country where you do what you're told, that they couldn't stop it, and now they're embracing it. Now, who knows, in 6 months or a year's time, they might make a Chinese cryptocurrency and it might fail. And then people look at it and say, right, well, that's a failed attempt. But yeah, who knows? No one knows what's going to happen. The Chinese digital currency, whatever one they may make it and then ban Bitcoin and may have their own one as their only one. But I don't know. To me, it's just another stable coin and a list of shit coins that are available against Bitcoin at the moment. So that's my opinion. I'd love to hear your thoughts. That's really it, guys. I'm literally just telling you what I've heard and what I'm thinking about Bitcoin over the last week or so. I thought I'd do a video because I actually noticed that a lot of the YouTubers, there's not hardly any videos as well. So there's less content out there. There's less news coming out. There's nothing really happening with the price over the last week or so. So yeah. Looking to you guys for inspiration. In my Telegram group chat, which if you're watching this, you could be a part of, the link to it is in the description down below. There's no shilling, no scams. It's just us talking crypto. That's been really quiet the last week or so, eerily more quieter than normal. Someone did post ask a question the other day, why is it so quiet in this group? And I said, because the price hasn't gone up. And then soon as the price went up, there was a massive influx of conversation and debate and stuff like that, which is really good. That's what I like. Even if I don't jump in necessarily straight away, I like reading all the different opinions and views. So yeah, but then since the price has stagnated, no one's commented. So it just goes to show that the people that are in crypto, most of the people that are investing in, if you're watching this, you're probably quite into crypto and you like a bit of the news and sort of tech behind it, but most people that are investing in Bitcoin and cryptocurrencies are in it just for quick gains. That's it. They just want the quick gains and that's it. If you're not receiving those, not interested at all. So yeah, we'll see what happens in this space. Obviously I've been here now for about 2 years, so I'm still an amateur. There's loads I don't know about cryptography, Bitcoin, a lot of the other altcoins. There's loads that you could learn, but I'm actually hoping that most of that goes away. So what's the point learning it? You might as well just wait. And it worries me that something's going to happen, like a Mount Gox event type thing, like with this Tether. I've been saying for ages that I don't trust Tether. I didn't trust Tether from the beginning. When they first said about stablecoin, I thought, oh, that's a really clever idea because then people won't lose money when the price of Bitcoin goes down. But if they'd come out at the beginning and said, look, here's all our funds, this is everything we've got, then I'd be singing it from the rooftops, yeah, put your money into Tether because I think Bitcoin's going to go down. I just don't trust it. And then you got to say, well, actually, I don't trust a lot of the stable coins out there, like, because essentially you're putting all your money worth when you're selling your Bitcoin into a exchange, and they haven't had the best reputation, for the last few years. So it's a tricky one, isn't it? Like you want to protect yourself, but then giving your protection to someone who hasn't got your best interests at heart, is that the best thing to do? It's a tricky one. So that is why I'm only buying Bitcoin what I can afford to lose as and when, and just storing it in a wallet that I have here, a hard wallet. So I'm only trusting myself. I recommend you do the same, but I understand a lot of you do sort of day trading and TA and stuff like that. But I look at the markets now. I check the markets probably 3 or 4 times a day at least, every day, maybe even more actually. And I look at it and I think, that's gone up. I bet that goes up another $100 today, and then it does or it doesn't. And then sometimes I'll think, it's like now it's stagnated for a week. And I've said the video like this before. Normally, when there's nothing happening with Bitcoin, normally it means a big swing one way or the other. My personal gut feeling is that it's going to go down. Maybe back down to 8.5. Where we go from there, I don't know, because obviously it has a knock-on effect. When people realise they're not making quick money, then they sell. So then that could go down further to say 8k. But I'm really positive from November to May that Bitcoin it's going to have down days, don't get me wrong. It's going to have big sell-off. It's going to have big pumps. But typically from now until probably past May, actually, because I think there'll be a sell-off once the halvening happens, once people realise they don't become a millionaire overnight. But between now and probably winter next year, I think Bitcoin's going to be a lot higher than it is now. If I had to put a gut feeling on it, like I would say 20,000. And once it hits the all-time high, then it will quite rapidly go to 25. And then we might dip a bit, and we might have a correction and stuff like that. So that's my thoughts. What do you think? Comment down below. Send me a Telegram message. I'd love to hear your thoughts. If you're watching this video, please give it a thumbs up. It helps spread the channel to maybe other people that wouldn't see it on their newsfeed otherwise. And I'll do another video in a couple of days' time, unless something really exciting happens in the world of cryptocurrency. If there's a video that you say, Glenn, if one of you messaged me and say, Glenn, I'd really love it if you talked about this, or can you do that, I would gladly sit and research and do a video on that. Maybe send me a message or something, and that'll be content I can do for the future. That's it from me, guys. I'll see you on the next episode. Bye.